Man said, made man do a what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq, and you're not locked into KRXOVR Media. Izzpot and OFP in general, they've been on a mad one. It's pretty much since like all of 2020 through now, right? Everything that they've dropped has just been cold. They've had a couple songs I don't like as much, but in general, they've been bugging. They just evolved. They digivolved. Pretty much, whatever. They just went on a whole other level. So I just really want to hear what this one is saying, because they dropped this one for Pressplay's 1 million subscriber celebration. So you know it got to be a banger. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed. But listen, man, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. Yeah, man, shout out to the 1 mil. That is not easy.
I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that? City board me, how you lie like that? 2 racks, come me slide right back. Told bro, slide shoot, then me slide right back. Man, still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no.
Man said, made man do a zonto. First is freaking heady with the shaku. Now this man with the zonto.
Man, still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no shank, I had to hit with a 2-piece combo. Spray ate me when I fly the right. Bro got M on his head like Mario. One got touched, but he did not die. My life's like a movie right there. That day didn't have no shank, I had to hit with a 2-piece combo. Spray ate me when I fly the right. Bro got M on his head like Mario. One.
You know, I can't even be excited by that just because J. Cole is set to put the M up on your head. You Luigi brother now. Like, it's just, there's certain references, like once somebody makes it a certain way, it's like you can't hear anybody else's variation of it the same. Not to say that Izzpot got it from J. Cole. Obviously, this probably could have been written long before J. Cole even released that project, but just the fact that I heard J. Cole make that kind of reference is like, I don't know, it's I get it, but it don't slap the same way. It's the fact that they did put the Mario.
Bro got M on his head like Mario. One got touched, but he did not die. My life's like a movie, right? They don't want to see clips like a movie night. Whoosh.
Actually, you know what probably would have made it slap harder? If instead of him saying Mario, he said, bro got an M on his head, like, and then put the Mario. Like, let that kind of be the way that he says Mario. That would have made it a little bit more ownable and a bit more distinct and fun. But anyway.
These combos spray ate me when I fly the right. Bro got M on his head like Mario. One got touched, but he did not die. My life's like a movie, right?
The kids are out of place there.
Whoosh. Mega Man 2C slide on shots, get beat like a groupie vibe. Couldn't with a shoot me, I'm on.
Y'all just got man just dancing. Like, why go on for this, yo? Got people doing choreography.
Whoosh. Mega Man 2C slide on shots, get beat like a groupie vibe. Couldn't with a shoot me, I'm on fluky vibes. It's expected if I inject this 15 reckless, you gonna regret this.
Flows. What the hell was that?
Shoot me, I'm on fluky vibes. It's expected if I inject this 15 reckless, you gonna regret this. The only snakes that I like is Gucci, I won't leave.
I don't care, we're taking that flow back.
2C slide on shots, get beat like a groupie vibe. Couldn't with a shoot me, I'm on fluky vibes. It's expected if I inject this 15 reckless, you gonna regret this. The only snakes that I like is Gucci, I won't leave prints for the detectives. I won't leave prints.
Ooh, the only snakes I like that. I get it. Snake skin, I get it.
The only snakes that I like is Gucci, I won't leave prints for the detectives. I won't leave prints so they won't find out. My bro got the cannon, so don't wild out. With my black blade, see run that way. Could have been a packy, but they all signed out. Lil man didn't bore me once, my man's in jail for.
Oh! Bro said Lil bro got the cannon, so don't wild out. Wildin' out, Nick Cannon. Okay. Say none. Say none.
I won't leave prints so they won't find out. My bro got the cannon, so don't wild out. With my black blade, see run that way. Could have been a packy, but they all signed out. Lil man didn't bore me once, my man's in jail for joint enterprise. I don't know how they lie on jewels, but they all throw L, so they love to lie. Got bored in the wing by bro and got shot, he was meant to die. Bro's in jail, so I'm meant to cry. Got you in court trying to testify. I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that? Said he bored me, how you lie like that? 2 racks, come me slide right back. Told bro slide shoot, then me slide right back. Man, still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no shank, I had to hit with a 2-piece.
running back in case I missed anything in the video. I was just processing a lot of this.
Then we slide right back, man. Still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no
Man, he felt that.
With a two-piece combo. I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that. Said he bored me, how you lie like that.
Ooh, I like the beat chop on that part. Like, obviously he's already said this because it's the hook, but the fact that they gave it a little bit more life and a slightly different, I guess, feel to it by changing up the beat a little bit.
Two-piece combo. I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that. Said he bored me, how you lie like that. Two racks, come we slide right back. Told bro slide shoot, then we slide right back. Man still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no shag, I had to hit with a two-piece combo. Spinning it, I can't clock one. Hours and hours, I can't stop one. 2-man day, but I still got one, stop one. All
Oh, he said some hours, I can't clock one. I could be reaching, it's like he said something about clock and hours, like 1 o'clock.
Spinning it, I can't clock one. Hours and hours, I can't stop one. 2-man day, but I still got one, stop one. All now, but they ain't got one. I remember that day when I chopped up with you. Till this day, I don't know who's who. You got bored, oh well, boo hoo. Better hop on the ped and grab a 2244 or 9mm. Better bring racks out if I'm signing the deal. SOD man's.
This is insane. You know, I don't mean to get too commentary thing, but I always find it interesting how, like, when the artists, like when they say, oh, so and so happened to your friend, why don't you go ride? It's just like, why are you inviting somebody into your space to retaliate? But then I also have to kind of think about this video that I saw a little while ago about like somebody was talking about like how mental health, like their relationship with mental health and being in a gang, and how like a lot of the things that they were doing, he had to realize was because he was suicidal. Sometimes I wonder if like they just have that little regard for their life because of just how depressing certain things are. But anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that right now.
When I chopped up at you, till this day I don't know who's who. You got bored, oh well, boo hoo. Better hop on the ped and grab a 2244 or 9mm. Better bring racks out if I'm signing the deal. SOD man's finding a kill, you never did that, stop lying for real. Man lost to a 3-on-1, only held that 2, don't call that a bingo. After that juice ball like Vinto, bro it. Bring racks out if I'm signing the deal. SOD man's finding a kill, you never did that, stop lying.
I thought he made a notes reference.
3-on-1, only held that 2, don't call that a bingo.
I thought it was a notes reference.
Bro it look like he's doing a limbo. Won't get sent over deso and deso. White like Harry and black like Jacinto. If I ever robbed you, lo siento. Hop out the passy and slap out the.
Man said, if I ever robbed you, lo siento. Man said, I'm sorry. And a whole that's the things that I like about Izzpot. Like, you almost never really know what you're gonna get from him. I have to keep it 100. You almost never really know what you're gonna get from him. I don't know what ignited in this young man over the past couple months. I know he's obviously always been good, but something about these past couple months, he's been on a completely different, just I don't know.
Bingo. After that juice ball like Vinto, bro it look like he's doing a limbo. Won't get sent over deso and deso. White like Harry and black like Jacinto. If I ever robbed you, lo siento. Hop out the passy and slap out the window. Bingo. I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that. Said he bored me, how you lie like that. 2 racks, come we slide right back. Told bro slide shoot, then we slide right back. Man still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto. That day didn't have no shag, I had to. It
sounds like, again, they did the beat chop, but they did it at a different point. Now, I could be bugging. I could also just very well just not have working ears, and maybe that was there the whole time for every single time that they did the hook. But it sounds like every time that they play over the hook, they have it chopped up at a different place in the hook. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Combo.
I'm looking in the air, how you fly like that. Said he bored me, how you lie like that. 2 racks, come we slide right back. Told bro slide shoot, then we slide right back. Man still jump up, make man do a zonto. Ain't got time, so we're doing it pronto.
This is one of those hooks I don't mind listening to more than once. I respect it. This is one of those hooks that's like, yeah, like it has enough juice. Slide right back. Zonto, pronto, 2-piece combo. I'm listening. I'm not gonna say anything. What a way to close it. Literally. Yeah, man. Shout out to Pressplay, yo. Shout out to the 1 mil.
Is that server?
Dope video. Shout out to Chromatics. So this channel we hold the vowels. That means we're gonna get straight into it. I'm giving this one just above a 9. Izzpot did not disappoint. This one has really continued to prove exactly why Izzpot has really been at like the forefront of OFB these past couple months. I don't think he specifically has missed with anything that's dropped between 2020 and 2021. Honestly, in general, but specifically within that time frame, I think people have been talking about him a lot. His flows have just been on a mad one. Like, he sounds like an evolved SJ, and I hate the fact that people compare him. I understand why, but I say that to say that SJ had such a distinct flow when it came to the trio of him with Bando and Els. Like SJ's flow, it was just so smooth. Like Izzpot just reminds me of that, but with his own sauce. That's just the best way I could describe it. And I also think that part of what makes his flow feel so smooth too is also the word choice, right? I think just like choosing the right words and not having syllables that kind of interrupt what you're saying, or rather interrupt the flow of what you're saying. Like how in the whole hook he has like that whole beginning part, the lie like that, fly like that. Like those are things when you say it, it flows very smoothly. But then after doing that rhyme scheme, he transitioned into the other rhyme scheme, which was the other half of the hook, and it didn't sound like there was any disruption with it. It didn't sound like there was any like delivery mistakes in it. It just transitioned so well, and that's the main reason why I'm giving him a 10 for his flows, because he just transitions in and out of everything he says so smoothly. I think part of it also has to do with the way that the flows and the beat matches up sometimes, even though I'm pretty sure it's because they cut the beat up to match the way that he flowed. Or maybe it's something that kind of happens organically in the studio. Maybe like the producer does something and then Izzpot matches it, or the artist in general. Maybe the artist does something and then the producer matches it. I don't know, but either way, this was a very good one. I also like what kind of sounded like strings. I don't know what exactly the sound was, but it kind of sounded like strings, almost like a guitar. It almost kind of gave me like an electric guitar vibe a little bit, but it wasn't at the same time. I don't know what it was, but that very, very, very distinct. Like I don't think I've ever heard that in any other drill beat. So if I ever hear it again, it's gonna remind me of this song specifically. So shout out to the producer on this one. Very cold beat. Again, I like the moments where everything switched up, the moments where everything kind of dropped a little bit to kind of emphasize what he was saying. Just a phenomenal beat. Now I'm initially giving this one a 9 for the lyricism. I wouldn't doubt that maybe while I'm listening to it, I'm gonna change my mind. Who knows, right? Just based off the fact that he had that one bar with the like, my bro got the cannon, so don't wild out. I'm assuming that was a Nick Cannon wilding out reference. Maybe I'm reaching. So if he had a couple more things like that, then I'm probably gonna give this one closer to a 9.5 or even a 10 for the lyricism. But just the moments we had like the Lo Siento, like the Mario thing, like, those are the small things that just add so much more personality to what he's saying. They aren't super lyrical things in general, but it's just the way that he places it in the track that just makes it feel just so entertaining. I think if there's anything that's gonna keep me from giving it a 10 for the lyricism, it's really just me wanting to push the pen a little bit more. There really wasn't anything that really kept it all together lyrically. Just a bunch of like just random bars pretty much, which is really what drill is to a degree at times. But that's the main reason why artists like T-Way, for example, or Fizzler, why I really resonate with them, because they can have those punchliney moments, but they all still kind of match a theme or a context or a story or something else within the song. For this one, it just felt like a bunch of really good lines put together. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. At the end of the day, this was still very good, very replayable song. The beat is part of it, the flow is a part of it, some of those smaller, more intricate moments with the wordplay and the punchlines is part of it. Overall, it really was a very good way to celebrate 1 million subscribers on Pressplay. Shout out to Pressplay, you're doing a madness. Keep going. This platform deserves all of the support that it's getting, especially with songs like this on it. Like this one, it's one of those I can see people talking about by the end of the year. But anyway, I know I've said enough at this point. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.